A scientific first. Mice born to two fathers grow up and have babies of their own in a major scientific achievement. Scientists in China have managed to bring baby mice into the world using two fathers, and those mice later grew up and had babies of their own. The breakthrough, led by researchers at Shanghai Jiaotong University, is being hailed as a major step in reproductive science. But experts say the process is far too risky and complicated to be tried on humans anytime soon. Nanharace what happened. Scientists took sperm from two male mice and combined them inside a female egg cell that had its core genetic material removed. Then, using a special technique called epigenome editing, they reprogrammed certain parts of the DNA to allow the embryo to grow properly. This entire process is known as androgenesis. Nan out of 259 such embryos implanted into surrogate female mice, only 2 survived and grew up healthy. But both of them later mated with female mice and had babies, proving that mice with 2 dads could not just survive, but also reproduce. Nan this research on generating offspring from same-sex parents is promising, but it is unthinkable to translate it to humans due to the large number of eggs required, the high number of surrogate women needed and the low success rate. Christophe Galichet of the Sainsbury Wellcome Centre in London told New Scientist. Nan and scientists have long known that creating offspring from 2 mothers is easier than doing the same with 2 fathers. That's because of how certain genes behave differently depending on whether they come from the mother or the father, a concept called genomic imprinting. Normally, a baby gets one set of genes from the father and one from the mother. But if both sets come from 2 men or 2 women, some genes either don't work at all or work too much, which can lead to problems during development. Nan in this case, the Chinese team managed to reset the male genes to behave more like a balanced mix, without actually changing the DNA itself. That's a big improvement over earlier attempts, where researchers had to make 20 genetic edits, and the mice either didn't survive or couldn't reproduce. Nan this confirms that genomic imprinting is the main barrier to making babies from same-sex parents, and shows it can be overcome, said Dr. Helen O'Neill, a geneticist at University College London, speaking to New Scientist. Nan and it's an exciting result, especially for same-sex couples who dream of having a child that's genetically related to both partners. But scientists warn this is not something that can or should be done in people yet. Nan according to the Daily Mail, the researchers described the mice as fertile androgenetic mice, and said their findings help explain why creating life from 2 parents of the same sex has been so difficult till now. Nan even if such a process is tried in humans one day, the baby would still technically have DNA from a third person, the woman who donates the egg. That's because eggs contain mitochondria, tiny structures with their own DNA. Nan also, the success rate right now is extremely low. In the Chinese study, only 2 out of 259 embryos survived. That means any human attempt would require large numbers of eggs and surrogates, making it ethically and practically unworkable. Swipe left for next video. And back in 2023, a Japanese team had also managed to create mice from 2 fathers using a different method, turning stem cells into eggs. But those mice didn't survive long. And so far, no one has been able to turn human stem cells into eggs at all. Nan the findings of the latest Chinese study have been published in the scientific journal PNAS. Latest blogs.